welcome to our WOW DIY series. Today we will learn how to make a layered liquid rainbow. To do this, you will need about 21 teaspoons of table salt or sugar. We're going to use salt because it's less sticky. You'll need a straw or a plastic dropper. The dropper makes layering much easier. You'll need 6 clear plastic cups of the same size, 6 cups of warm water. You'll need a teaspoon and a 1-cup measuring tool, and finally some red, yellow, and blue food coloring. Remember, you should always check with an adult before you try any of our activities. Let's get started. Now, the ability of an object to float is related to density, or the amount of mass a substance has in a given space or volume. Steel is more dense than wood, which is more dense than cork. This is why the cork floats the best. To understand density, think about a toy box. If you have 2 identical toy boxes of the exact same volume or size, and you put 3 balls in one and 10 balls in another, the second would be heavier. Since the volume of the boxes is the same, we could also say that the second box is more densely packed. There is more mass in the same volume. When we dissolve a substance like sugar or salt in water, we are adding more atoms or mass to that volume of water. Therefore, we are changing the density of the liquid. Let's see how we can use this science fact to create amazing liquid rainbow layers. We'll begin by setting out our 6 cups in a row. In the first cup, add 1 teaspoon of salt. In the second cup, we'll add 2 teaspoons, 3 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 5 in the fifth, and finally, in the 6th cup, we'll add 6 teaspoons of salt. Next, we'll add 1 cup of warm water to each. Using warm water helps the salt dissolve faster. Don't forget to mix them thoroughly. Now, each cup has an increasing amount of salt and therefore is more dense than the last. This will allow you to stack your liquids. Next, we will use food coloring to dye each cup of salt water a different color of the rainbow. We're going to use 2 drops per glass. In the first cup, we will put 2 drops of red dye. In the next cup, we will make orange using 1 drop of red dye and 1 drop of yellow dye. For yellow, we will just add 2 drops of yellow. For green, we will need 1 drop of yellow and 1 drop of blue. For blue, just use 2 drops of blue dye. And finally, to make purple, we'll use 1 drop of blue and 1 drop of red dye. You can already see the difference in the density of these liquids. Gently stir each cup to mix the colors. Now we have a liquid rainbow. Finally, it's time to stack our colors. Take your eyedropper and squeeze all of the air out of it. Start with the red and dunk the dropper in the liquid about 1/2 inch. Then carefully release the dropper a tiny bit to draw up a small amount of liquid. Do not release the dropper all the way and do not squeeze it more. Continue down the line, repeating this process with all of the colors in order to grab a bit of color from each cup. Since the liquids are different densities, they will stay separated with the heaviest at the bottom and the lightest at the top. They are separated according to density. We hope you enjoyed this activity. Be sure to clean up all your materials when you are done. If you would like to learn more about the science behind this activity, you can search words like density and solutions. For more fun DIY activities, visit us at wpafbstem.com. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.